what did I read in June, and how many videos did I produce? What was my month looking like? That's what we are going to be seeing in today's video. Let's get started. Hey folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Praveen Ramesh, and on this channel we speak about non-fiction books, and I also speak about lessons that I'm personally learning and implementing by reading these books. I find it immensely useful. I hope you do too. So as I said at the start, this video is my monthly routine of doing roundups where I speak about the kind of books that I read, how many videos did I produce, what did I speak about in my videos, and kind of looking back to see how my month was, right? So let's get started with that. And the first part, we're going to be speaking about the books that I read and the zone that I was in, right? When I started this month, I was coming out of a slump. There was this slump of I wasn't reading enough and I wasn't producing enough videos at the pace that I would like to. But I must say that this month was the month where I really got back to some amount of schedule, even though life around me was slightly chaotic. I had very tight work weeks. I had a lot of social engagements to take part in, and I was also traveling, had a mini vacation and all those things, but I still managed to kind of stick to my reading and producing these videos. So first, on to the reading part. I read 3 really interesting books, and I kind of fumbled into it by accident. I went to a book fair, picked up a few books, and I thought, oh my god, okay, I'm really being surprised. So first of the lot is Factfulness, 10 reasons why we are wrong about the world and why things are better than you think. This book personally was very, very important to me because I've been very active on social media. I've been consuming a lot of content, and I constantly get into this zone of, oh my god, there is so much negativity out there. There is a war happening in one part of the world. There is COVID outbreaks, and I keep thinking, where are we headed as a society, as a community, and all those things. And this book kind of served as a reminder that the world is not as bad a place as we think it to be. And the best part is it speaks about the 10 flaws in our instinct that make us think that why we are wrong about this world, right? Or why the world is not as bad as we think in our heads. So this book served as a good reminder for me, especially in helped me in my mindfulness journey. So this was the first book that I read, and as with every book, a review coming up probably in the next month or so. The second book that I read is by the South Korean monk called Haemin Sunim, right? Things You Notice When You Slow Down. An amazing book, and I recommended it to my wife as well. She completed this book, I completed this book. This book serves as a reminder for a daily affirmation that you could do. There are certain parts of this book that appeals to different kinds of people. For example, Befriending the Emotions was my favorite part of this book. So whenever I'm feeling down or whenever I feel a bit overwhelmed with my emotions, I ensure to pick up this book, read some chapters about it. How is this book structured? So each of this book starts with a bigger idea, and then there are a series of these quotes that this person put out on Twitter that helped a lot of people come out of what they were going through personally. So for example, let's say Befriending Your Emotions chapter, the author speaks about how you should be befriending your emotions, what you should be doing, and things like that. And this is followed by at least 20 or 30 different quotes or sayings or tweets, short snippets about befriending your emotions. So this was a great read, and a very surprising read. Again, I don't know how I picked up this book, but this is one book that I'm going to hold very, very dear to myself. Something like The Mule, The Horse, The Boy, and The Mole. So this was an amazing book, and I highly recommend all of you to pick it up. The third book that I read for this month was, surprise, I got into fiction, Train to Pakistan by Khushwant Singh. So this is a special edition of the book which has partition photograph from Margaret Bork White. So in case you are here for the first time, I shoot all these videos from India, and during the 1947 there was a huge partition between India and Pakistan where there were millions of people migrated across the borders from India to Pakistan and Pakistan to India. And this book is a fictional story about a village where things happen, and it contains real life photographs about what panned out during this partition and all those things. Amazing book, and I'm like 80% done with this, 20% so I counted it in last month's count. So 3 amazing books. I would say from a reading front, I would like to think that I'm back on track. Hopefully I continue the streak. probably sneak in 1 or 2 fiction books as well. And from a video front, I produced 8 videos. It could have been 9, but I didn't produce a video last Tuesday. But today again I'm back producing these videos, so 8 videos. So the total book count for this year has moved forward to 12, and the total number of videos is at 29 now, including the 8 videos that we produced last month. So are we on track to 120 videos that I initially planned for? I don't know, but probably if I keep at it, let's say probably I'll be very happy if I hit around the 90-95 mark. Probably that extra bit of 5 videos I could have a push towards the end. So that marks the end of how this month went. Do let me know what book I should be picking up next, or what kind of videos you would like to see, or what kind of book summaries and reviews you would like to see on this channel. Until I see you on the next video, this is Praveen Ramesh signing off.